From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth. Here at Tommy Mac's, of course, at my bar, where you have a chance to tell your story, what you're doing out there in the great city of Jacksonville and beyond. Brought to you by our good friends at Dasher and the law offices of Terrell Hogan. We're going to talk some investments, some real estate. We're going to talk a little ball, a little soccer, wrap it all around living in Jacksonville. So let's welcome in the panel. Raoul Elola is back. Hey, Raoul.
Hi.
Welcome back. Good to have you. From My Son Elola Holding Corporation. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Great. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Man. And we started the business in 2019.
Okay.
And because of COVID-19, things got a little bit slower.
Sure.
But things are going great right now.
Okay.
Because we're going internationally.
Nice.
I went to London and I met with some investors there.
Okay.
And I was telling them, I said, listen, investing in real estate can be a lucrative venture.
Sure.
And the state of Florida has been consistently a great hot spot for investors.
Sure.
Why? Because of great climate.
Yep.
Because of thriving economy, but also because of the vibrant tourist industry.
Yeah.
But before investing into securing investment property here in Florida, investor they need to understand that it's essential to know many factors that can probably break or make your investment success, and that's where My Son Elola come into play.
So,
we serve as an advisor on top of selling and buying houses as well.
So all residential,
Yes.
is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
And all throughout the state of Florida is your
All
focus?
throughout the state of Florida. We started
Okay.
with Jacksonville because Jacksonville is a great city when it comes
Absolutely.
to investing.
Yep.
Why? Because of combination of low home prices,
Yep.
high rental rates, and also high property appreciation as well.
Yeah. I think with that industry, you got to know your exit strategy. Am I going to hold long, or am I going to flip and get out quick? And
Yeah,
you got to
that's
have that
right.
strategy in place, don't you?
That's right. Yes.
All right. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Coach Campo is back. What's up, Coach?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
You know all about real estate, don't you?
Listen,
Coaches, man. You guys got to move all the time. What a pain in the butt that is.
The best thing that happened in real estate for me was the last move I made from Nocatee out to St. John's when the market went way up. And, what it did was, obviously, I have no mortgage now, which is fantastic,
Heck,
because
man.
it hit at the right time.
Absolutely.
But when you're in coaching and moving, you end up losing money most of the time because you want your family to get there, and you take the first offer and that. But this really helped me, no question. Yeah.
Coach, we're going to get into our one-on-one a little bit later in the show about the Jags draft, but you got two soccer guys next.
Yes.
I tell the parents out there how important it is to have well-rounded athletes. They make the best football players. They make the best athletes. Please.
Well,
Tom.
these two guys can probably explain it a lot better than I can as far as soccer is concerned. But I guarantee you the three sport people are much better in the long run because there are different skills involved in all of them. And I'll guarantee you foot quickness, ability to move laterally and have to use your feet without your hands. Those are all things that you can help you in football.
I never
that's for
believed
sure.
in my kid's going to fall behind because if they're good enough, they never fall behind.
No,
And you're always
exactly.
practicing on the side anyway.
Absolutely.
I mean, during football season, you're shooting hoops.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not.
Absolutely.
Especially when you get closer to it. Well, great to have you back
Yeah, thanks.
on the
My
show.
pleasure.
Joe
Yeah.
Peppers is here.
Hey.
How are you, Joe?
Pleasure to
Total
meet you.
soccer experience.
Yes.
Talking about indoor soccer.
Yes, so we're planning a group of friends of mine from West Point. I went to West Point. We got together and we're trying to bring indoor soccer training facility to Jacksonville here over the next year.
And you played hoops at Army.
Yes.
Wow. So this is what is unbelievable about athletes at any of the service academies. How do you do it? I mean, I had a tough time going to class, going to football practice, maybe working out. You guys got to do all your military stuff too. Like, how do you do it? Seriously.
Well, what's funny is we know this now. You as adults, like they just take all your free time away.
Right. True.
So it really was, like our free time was really rooted in Saturdays and maybe going to an Army game.
Yep.
But for the most part, we had a really tight schedule, and I think that really taught us to be productive. And honestly, as a combat veteran, when I went overseas, I knew how to I worked every day for a year and a half, so I knew I knew how to do that because of the school I went to.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Thank you for the service. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you look like you should have been a defensive back.
When I first saw him come in, that's the first thing I thought of. He started talking football. I said,
You
wait a
played
minute.
hoop, and now you're into soccer. What can people expect out of the total soccer experience from you guys?
Well, we're really trying to build more of a dojo-like atmosphere with our TSX brand, which is really rooted in discipline. And honestly, one of the things I've learned having played so many sports is that a lot of the movements aren't that different, right? Like you're really trying to get increased lateral quickness, you're trying to increase burst, you're trying to increase vertical, you want to try to increase the aggressiveness first to the ball. All of these things apply to almost every ball sport. And so we really, I believe strongly that some of these things can be simplified to teach the game in a way so I can get a great athlete like a guy like you and play goalie while you're playing football.
Absolutely.
And I can get a stud cornerback and put him up top and let him beat people in races and score goals. And so it's really about trying to find ways to simplify the training so that really high-end athletes can play, and they can play both sports. Listen, you hurt your shoulder senior year of football. Maybe you can be a punter.
Yeah,
Maybe you can go to a smaller school and play soccer.
Right.
But it's all about increasing their options, and that's really what we want to do.
All right, as I wrap it up, the question for the panel, Joe, I'll start with you. What's the favorite part of being involved in sports, whether as a player or as a coach, whatever it is? What's the favorite part of being in sports?
I love to see a kid get it. Like
just clicks.
And they believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I remember when it happened for me. It was during my junior high school junior year in high school, during a game. I remember I started making all these tackles. I was like, wow, I can really do this. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. Then I just felt comfortable doing it. It was wild. I know what you're saying. Coach, what would you say?
Well, first, there's so many things I could say, but the one that sticks out to me more than anything is relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Being around athletes that have a lot in common and they understand discipline and all the things that are necessary to raise a family.
Yep.
All those things were positives for me. And when I look back, I think about the guys that I still stay in touch with that I coached over the years. And that, to me, is probably the thing that sticks out the most.
Raoul, you're a former soccer player, maybe still dabble a little bit. You're in great shape. But what has sports done for you, would you say?
Like soccer especially is one of my favorite sports. And I'm a big fan of Barcelona football club in Spain.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to watch soccer and play. Yep. So when it comes to real estate, I would say that closing the deal is my favorite part.
Yeah.
And when I talk to young people, I would say dreaming, you can do anything that you want. Yeah. Dreaming it's something that you need to do. And I like to tell them this quote. I say, dreams without goals are just dreams, and ultimately they fuel disappointment.
Yep.
On the road to achieving your goals, you need to apply discipline, but more importantly, consistency.
Yeah.
Because without commitment, you never start.
Yeah. Think about this: there are dreamers,
and
they're doers. Some dreamers are doers.
Right.
They are.
That's true.
You're absolutely right. If you got it, it's great to dream, great to have an idea, but now go implement it.
That's
right. Better.
Yeah.
Well, great to have you all on the show, man. Really appreciate it. Hey, the tagline on this show is sports is business is life, right? Everything you go through as an athlete, you go through in business, you go through in life. That's why we love having these kind of conversations, and you're welcome to sit here as well. Make sure you check out their great profile, this conversation, many others, at the dailynewsnetwork.com website. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The coach should be going to bed at night thinking about the athlete and how they're going to help that athlete improve. They shouldn't be worrying about how am I going to quantify their improvement, or am I going to have to keep up with all this information? Those things that are kind of background to the coach focusing there on the athlete. And so what Dasher does is it takes all those side things away, allowing the coach to focus then on the athlete.